Good morning, dear students. Welcome to Iqra English School. I hope you all must be fine, dear. You know that our school has been closed again because of the pandemic situation, but your study should not lost. That is why your online classes have been started. So, dear students, pay attention to your study properly and follow the instructions of the COVID-19, such as if there is no work, then do not go outside of your house, and if you are to go, then always put on your masks and you are to follow the instructions such as you are to keep the social distancing with others. So dear students, this is the class 5th NCERT EVS book looking around, and we will read the chapter number 14, When the Earth Shook. So dear students, in this chapter we will read about the earthquake. When the earth shook means when the earth started moving. This is the chapter. The chapter is based on the true incident. There is a girl whose name is Jasma. She is telling her true story. She lives in Kuch area of Gujarat state. In this chapter, we will read about the earthquake and about the damages during earthquake. The earthquake is a natural disaster that is caused due to sudden shaking the ground due to some underground disturbance. When the earthquake occur, the building breaks, the road cracked, and many people die, and the property also get damaged. So dear friends, no one can control the natural disaster, and you know that some other natural disaster are also there, such as flood and drought. What is drought? First of all, I want to tell you something about drought. So when there is no water, when there is no rain anywhere, so there would be no water, and if there is would be no water, then there would be no grain. And you must have listened, if there is no rain, there is no grain, and because of no grain, the people started die of hunger. The second, or you can say the third natural disaster is flood. When there is too much rain and there is water, so much water everywhere, everything flow out in water, like houses, crop, so many things, even the people too. Flood also destroy the houses and too many lives. So you must listen the three natural disaster: the earthquake, the flood, and the drought. In this chapter we will read about the earthquake. So let's start the chapter. A bad dream. Help, help, save me. Ah, ow. There was screaming and shouting everywhere. The ground was shaking and people were running all around. Screaming loudly, I got up. On hearing on hearing me, my mother also woke up. She came running and held me tight. It was the same bad dream. It has been more than 6 years now since the earthquake. But in my sleep, I still feel the earth shaking and trembling. So I have already told you that there is a girl whose name is Jasma. She is dreaming on she is dreaming of an earthquake, and in her dream she is screaming, help, help, save me. Oh, there was screaming. She is dreaming that everyone is screaming and shouting everywhere. The ground is shaking and the people were running all around. And when she was dreaming, she was screaming loudly. That is why her mother also woke up, and on hearing her, came her mother came running to her, and she held her tightly. She is telling that this was a bad dream, and the 6 years, more than 6 years has been passed, but till now she is telling that in my sleep I still feel that the earth shaking and trembling. Now she has started speaking about her. She is telling, I am Jasma. Means she is Jasma. I live in Kuch area of Gujarat. She is telling that I live in Kuch area of Gujarat. I was 11 years old when there was an earthquake. She is telling, I was 11 years old when there was an earthquake, and the 6 years has been passed, but she is till now she is so much scary of an earthquake. Now again she is speaking. It was 26th January 2001. Everyone from the village, children and old people, had gathered in the ground of the school to watch the parade on TV. Suddenly, the ground was shaking. People were scared and started running here and there. No one knew what was happening and what to do. There was total panic. She's telling it was the day of 26th January on 2001. She's telling that on that day the parade, everyone liked to watch the parade on TV. That is why everyone from the village had gathered in the school ground to watch the parade on TV. Suddenly the ground was shaking. Suddenly the ground started to move, and the ground started moving, and everyone get scared and started running here or there. No one knows what is happening. Means everyone was so much scared that they were thinking what is happening. They do not know what is happening and they do not know what to do. That is why everywhere was total panic. Everyone was too much disturbed, was too much scared. You are watching, this is the picture of when the earthquake occur. When the earthquake occur, the houses started breaking, the road cracks, everything everything moves. The people started to run here or there. Everyone wanted to save her and their young ones lives, their love, their oh, yes, everyone wanted to save them and their young one's life. So here again she's telling, in a few minutes our village was flat on the ground. All our things, clothes, pots, grains and food, were trapped under the stones. Mud and wood from the fallen houses mud and wood from the fallen houses. At that time, everyone thought of two things: to save the people who were trapped and to treat the injured. The village hospital was also damaged. Many people were seriously injured. My leg also got fractured. The doctor treated people with the help of the villagers. She is telling, in a few minutes the whole village was on the ground. The whole village was flat. Everything become flat, means everything made into the ground. All our things, she is telling, all our things, clothes, pot, grain, food, everything was trapped under the stone, under the mud and under the wood from the fallen house. She's telling, at that time everyone was thinking of only two things. Everyone was thinking to save the life of the people who were trapped, and everyone thinking to treat the injured. She's telling, the village hospital was also damaged. Many people were seriously injured. She's telling, my leg was also fractured and the doctor treated people with the help of the villagers. The villagers who were not hurt so much, that villagers were also helping to the people with the and they were helping to the doctor to treat the people. She's telling, six people of our village died. My grandfather, or you can say Nana, was also buried under the house. My mother wept all the time seeing my mother. I also cried. The entire village was sad and disturbed. She's telling that the six people were died, or you can say the six people were buried under the ground, and in them her Nana was also there, and that is why her mother was very sad and she wept all the time. And when she see her mother to cry, she also started crying. The whole village was very sad and disturbed. She's telling, house of Mota Babu, who is the Sarpanch of our village, was not much damaged. He gave rice and wheat to everyone from his go down. For many days, the village woman cooked food together at Mota Babu's house and fed everyone. She is telling that her Sarpanch, whose name is Mota Babu. Sarpanch means the head of the village. His house was not damaged so much, was not much damaged, and he was a kind hearted person. That is why he gave rice and wheat to everyone from his go down, and for many days the village woman cooked food together at Mota Babu's house and fed everyone. And Mota Babu also allowed the village woman to cook food at her home, at her house, and fed to everyone, means the village woman give food everyone to eat. Imagine being without a house in the cold winter, fear and the cold kept us awake in the night. All the time we were worried that there may be another earthquake. She is telling, imagine the about the cold winter when the day of the earthquake, the day of the accident, or you can say the day of the disaster is 26th of January, means it was the day of cold winter. At that time, you must have known that at that time in December and January there is too much cold, and at that time there was too much cold too, and everyone was feeling so much cold, and there was a fear of earthquake. So the she is telling the fear and the cold kept us awake in the night. Everyone keep awaking in the night because of fear and cold. All the time we were worried that there may be another earthquake. She is telling that everyone was very worried that if may be there any, if maybe there another earthquake, means they must have faced the so much difficulty because of earthquake. So much damages were there, the lives were also, the 6 people were died, the many people get hurt, and their food, their houses were all lost. That is why everyone was worried that maybe another earthquake. So dear student, this is the first part of the chapter. I hope you must understand and like the chapter. If you do not understand, then please listen the explanation again and again. Listen the explanation more than one time so that you can understand properly. So dear students, we will meet in the next part of the chapter. Till then, have a nice day.